Hello there, it's Patricia from Pinky's World, and today I thought I'd pop on. I'm making a wee box for my son for his birthday coming up, and I always give him some kind of chocolate, so I want to make a wee box to hold 3 bars of the Yorkies, and this is what I came up with. So, well, this is not the box, this is my working out all the measurements box, so I only want to make one, so I just wanted to show you the basics sort of type of box we're going to make. I had already made this, and that was my tutorial, my very last tutorial, and I thought I'd make him one to match. So inside, as you know, there's a nice wee thing, and I've put a load of money in there for him, which he prefers at this age. They're not adults, but they do like a bit of chocolate even with their money, so that's what he's getting. So I wanted to head in with the coffee related stuff, and if you're fancying it, it's called Latte Love Days and Latte Love Stamps, and there's a little latte designer paper which we're using as well. So anyway, let's make the box. To make the box, you're going to need a piece of card, and it needs to measure 8 inches wide by 9.5 long, and then we need to do a bit of score. So we're going to score. I'll get my measurements, make sure I follow them this time. And once you stop making videos, you get out of the way of it. Anyway, let's score it on the 8-inch side. He scored at 1.5 and 6.5. Turn it around and scored at 1.5 again. 4 inches, 5.5, whoops, and 8 inches. And then we're just going to do a wee bit of cutting. Right, we'll do a wee bit of scoring and folding first. So just fold these all up the waist. So it's more or less the same top and bottom, so just you decide which one you want to be your closure. It doesn't look right to me. Hold on. I'm going to check this because I think I've scored it wrong. No, I forgot to cut my 1/4 inch off my 8-inch width, so I was sitting at 8 1/4. That's what was knocking it all off. So lucky enough, my scores are all in the right place. So anyway, this is going to be my top, say my closure part, which is this one up here. So we're going to cut in, but we're also going to leave a wee bit to make the closure nice and neat and tidy. So cut about half that off and then chop those in. And do the same with this side. What shape that is. Straight as a die nut. A bit better. So down at the opposite end, we're going to chop these two off. We don't need them. But hold on to those because you can punch your inch circle for your closure instead of chopping into a new sheet of card. And then just cut up these two and these two, just straight up. So as I say, get your 1-inch punch if you have one, and chop yourself an inch circle. It'll stay. And you just want to fold that in half in your hand there, just give it a wee crease. Well, you could decorate that if you want. I'm not going to bother. So we need a wee indent here for your closure, and it will be on the opposite of your top, so it'll be along here. I'm actually going to flip this over. Get yourself a ruler and a pencil. Oops, sorry about that. Send you all phlegm. So we know this is 5 inches and our centre is 2.5. So we're going to do our wee inch from 2 inches to 3 inches. If you have one of these wee label punches, it's the best label punch you call it, you could punch it out with that. If you don't, let's see my line, that's clever, isn't it? I'm going to draw that again so that I can see it. If you don't, just use a Stanley blade, a cutting knife or whatever. I did mine with a cutting knife here. It was a bit rough and ready, so I thought I would try this. So you're really just sliding it in and cutting the very edge of your pencil mark. Just cutting that away a wee bit, and you can see I need to move over on both sides. So again, slide it in, line it up with the bit you've cut, and bring it over to as far as you need it on that other side. And then do the same down here. Go down as far as your pencil mark. It's not as straight as I'd like, so I'm going back and just give it a wee tiny trim. I'm making it worse. You might be safer just doing it with your Stanley blade then, because that's a big gap I've made, isn't it? Not sure like that. I'm going to stick on the paper and then I'm going to fix that if I don't like it. So that's maybe not such a good idea. It's okay the first time around, don't know why. So we want to, your closure is going to be like this. This is going to close it. Your wee closure is going to be stuck here, and that's going to slip into that hole, and that's going to hold you closed. So you're going to be decorating the top of it, which is the one up beside here. So you want to make sure when you're closing it that these fold in the ways and these ones are all closed in first. So that comes down and leaves that nice clean edge there, rather than if you folded it up this way, you're going to see that big roughness. So just be aware of that when you're putting your decorations on. So I have cut the papers. You need 2 of these for the side, and they measure 1 2/8 by 2 2/8. And we're going to stick those in place. If it's a paper that runs a certain way, make sure that you have it running the same on both sides. This one kind of runs every direction. So you've cut 2 of those, and that was 2 and 1 2/8 by 2 2/8, 1 1/4 by 2 1/4. So we want to put one of these in here. I'll just show you the one here. That one measures, where are we? 4 6/8 wide by 1 2/8, and you want to cut 3 of those. So you have 1 in each of those places. And then you need 2 pieces at 4 6/8. That's an awful gap, isn't it? 4 6/8 by 2 2/8. So you need 2 of those, and then stick those all in place and I'll come straight back to you. Right, that's it all down. I'm going to let that go. It's not too bad. So we have it gapier than what I want. If I have to, I'll go a bigger circle. But we're going to start building our box up now. So this is going to be the wee part that you're going to stick this to eventually. But I think you should build it up first. So the shorter ones, these ones here, these flaps will be on the very inside. So we can add a bit of glue to those first. If you want, you can cut them in a wee bit if they're sticky out on you, you know. If not, just leave them, because they add good support if you're putting anything weighty in the box. So this is going to be our closure, and we wanted to make sure that when this went up, the part that you're going to decorate, which is here just below this one here, then you want to make sure that those are the last ones that folds in. So join this one to this, and this one. And then our last one will be this one on the outside. I decorated the wrong ones. I'm stupid. Don't know how I did that. Should have went the other way. I wonder could we get these pulled off. I'm really bad at this today. Really bad. I just had my wee granddaughter Amy here, so I'll blame Amy. She's wore me out. So that means I suppose we could decorate the other side of it. Right, I'm going to stick those to the front where I didn't decorate. Twit that I am. So this one is going to come up. That one's going to go inside there. I'm going to decorate this part then. So bear that in mind. Don't do what I did. Make sure that you've got... Should have stuck my decoration actually onto the front of it, and then I'd have realised which one was which. But either way, you want a nice clear one. So just to keep that all nice and square. And the same with the other side. If you put it flat on the table, you can always make sure that it's right down to the bottom there. Oh, I'm getting more sweet. So that one's going to close in just to cover. Throw the chocolate in there now. Just these come in a pack of 3, which is why I designed the box to fit the 3 of them. Nice and neat. So that will sit there, and you want these to slide in between those. So if you need to give this one a wee tiny trim, you know, if you have still a wee edge there that I really shouldn't have kept. So I'm just giving it the slightest wee trim on both sides there. And hopefully that'll be enough to let me slip those in on both sides. Come on, you rascal. And it just gives it that neater touch if you've cut it nice and neat. So now you want to do your wee closure. One part's going to stick here, so put a bit of glue on one part. And just set it where you can see where you've cut your wee hole for the closure. Line it up in between that and just let it take before you do your actual closure. Just let it dry a wee bit. Raise that up slightly and pop your closure in there. And that should hold you nice. So we'll set that down now, and we'll use this as our front. We actually meant to use this as our front, didn't we? Because of the way I close it, but I don't like that showing, so I'm going to go with this side. I'm really confusing you today, aren't I? So anyway, I've cut this out of the paper, that paper pack. It comes, the die actually cuts this wee coffee cup out. I've backed it onto some brown because I want to put dimensionals underneath it to raise it up and get a wee bit more kick out of it just than... And I also want to do a bit of stamping. So I left this wee stamp out here, just coffee splashes, and I want to put those to either side and hope that it allows me to stamp onto this, because I did actually mean to do it when it was flat. So you're getting everything backwards today. Keep you on your toes. What way does that look best? Excuse me. So what one about there? Not bad. It's just about grabbing some of it from it. Just missing a wee bit there. I just can't get my finger into it. But it'll do rightly. So I'll just stick that in the centre. And then I have Happy Birthday stamped. It's not out of that set. But you could go either way. You could put it on that or either side of it. I'm not sure what to do with it. I think I actually like it on the cup, you know. Jaunty angle. So maybe stamp more coffee splashes.
Alright, Rose.
Oh, so I went ahead and stuck those down because somebody came into the room and was talking at their loudest voice. So it's basically decorated, nothing too much, nothing. It is for a man, you know. So I'm all right about it. I'm happy enough. That will just open up and you'll have nice chocolate bars inside. You could go a whole lot fancier than me, but I'm happy enough with it. So, hope that's a wee idea for you. Sorry about that light. And I'll catch us all again soon, I'm sure. Bye.